Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. It's Thursday. Roll the Duke. It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
How dare you!
Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. We're back in the studio, and with me tonight of course is Mrs. Graham Booth.
You alright, baby?
I'm alright, sausage. I'm calling you Mrs. because did you use the ladies' toilet before?
Oh, I did, yeah, I always
And
did.
you were tweeting from the ladies' toilet.
I was tweeting.
Is that why there's piss all over the floor in the ladies'
no,
toilet?
I was sat down pooing. That's not me, man. There's a
sat-down
leak.
wee?
There's a leak.
Were you having a sat-down wee?
That wasn't piss. In fact, I was disgusted. I got up and I was like, my fucking shoes have been in that.
Do you have a sit-down wee?
Only when my daughter's around. Because I don't want it, I just... Yeah. She sat on a potty next to the loo and I come in and I'm like, oh, I just don't want to be... I don't want to be waving it around at face level. So I sit down next to her.
When you're on your own, sit-down wee?
Waving a wee. Only if I need to reply to your slander on Twitter. I get comfy.
Yeah, we got a few. We started the stream kind of late because it was left unlisted, and we had YouTube screaming at us about bit rates or something or other. Well, let's see what we got in. Hello to Mr. Kill C1. How you doing, fella? Hope you're well. Ella Smith. Don't recognise the name, but hello. Graham Booth. Oh, the worst kind of Nazi alt-right motherfucker. Alan Reeder. Hello, Nick Harrison. Daz. Many numbers. Blind Fury and Happy Dog. Happy Dog. Not seen you for a bit.
Nick and Happy Dog. I was thinking about both of them today. Because I've not seen either of them yet. They're always together in my dreams.
Alfalfa Sprout. How do we not have so many subscribers? Ha! Have you not watched the show?
we were until May last year, and then Google just went nah. They
Google
put a little thing.
We don't like you anymore, so we're not going to do that.
We were getting hundreds of views a minute, weren't we, at one point? And then they just went nope.
Yes, goodbye. Let's have a look here. Cassius Claymore, hello. Happy Dog, good to see you. It's been a while, fella. Hope you're keeping well. I enjoyed the Newcastle versus Manchester City football matches very much. I'm sure you did as well. We got Dippy Derek. The people are starting to come in a little now. That's nice. I'll just put the shouting hat on until everybody gets here. I'm not going to shout. You don't have to hide the fader. I'll lean back. I've got mic technique. Don't worry about me. I'm a pro. You can tell. Apparently we should have more. I agree, Alfalfa Sprout. We should have hundreds of thousands of subscribers so that we would have reach and power. Apparently we got the cozy lighting on tonight.
We tried the other one, didn't we? We didn't like it. We weren't fans.
No, we did. We tried the modern lens. We didn't dig it. It's too sharp. It makes me look less gorgeous and more like the broken, wizened old man that I have become. It is almost Fez time. I just put on Fiona Smith, first time listening. Hi, glad to have you with us. Glad to have you. Graham is hovering over that fader tonight. He's because we have the microphone right here, and you're not supposed to move it around and put it closer to your face. But we have the mic right close. Let's have a look here. Random Goon, how you doing, fella? Are we doing well? But Fiona, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll get started in just a minute. We were late getting the stream going, so I'm gonna pad ferociously until we get up to speed here. Q-Man, good to see you. Fat Belly. Oh, marvellous. We've got some good names in tonight. That makes me happy. Tonight, we're going to talk about cancel culture, some of the other stuff that's going on, including, obviously, turf wars. We'll touch on that and a few other bits and pieces, but caution, there may be some Owen Jones content. Not that I know what Owen Jones said, because he blocked me about 2 years ago. But he says things and does things. We've got David Edwards in. That's good. When this COVID shit's over, do another meet-up in Manchester. We will be. There will definitely be a meet space, either Trigger Warning or an alt feed one Also, Altfeed, by the way, is in open beta now. So if you'd like a blogging platform that won't kick you off just because of your opinions or ideologies, we have very simple rules and the law. Outside of that, you're safe. Social blogging platform. Use it as a blog. Post beautiful articles. Socialize on there. You can form little groups as well. And inside those groups, you can have your own private forums and documents where you can create and edit documents together to put together whatever nefarious files you might have in mind. And there's lots more planned for it as well. So go to altfeed.org. Today I was asked on Twitter if that meant it was alt-right. I think I might just have told that person to go fuck himself. But I've told many people to go fuck themselves on Twitter today, so I'm doing well. American Rebellion's in the house. Good to see you. American Rebellion show is on midnight UK time. I think it is 11 or midnight. I'll have to check. Sorry, dude. It is scheduled in live on Altfeed Radio. So if you go to altfeed.org, you can click the player on there. If you go to triggerwarning.tv, it's on there as well. No Twitch tonight. No Twitch tonight, I'm afraid. Hayden doing ASMR. Count us in. Sean Donnelly, should I feel unsafe? It's fine. It's fine. I mean, we're not on Twitter now, but it'll be all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I think we should probably get rolling now, shouldn't we? I'll have a sip of the iron brew. Scottish. It is. Scottish. Won't be any of that when we put the wall up.
Oh, God. I can't wait. Nice big wall. Make the EU pay for it.
Make Malta pay for it.
Make Malta pay for it, yeah. Fucking Malta.
Harmony cheers. Or is that just Harmony? Harmony says cheers. Last Dance. Hello, dude. How are you? Hope you're well. Last Dance is on Altfeed. He helped in the closed beta. Now he's on the open beta. Boomering around like a good one. But he's our boomer, and that's what matters. There we go. Right, I've said hello to as many people as I've seen pop up. So we're going to start. We're going to talk about cancel culture. Now, I know a lot of you guys are very familiar with cancel culture. Some rather too familiar with cancel culture. However, that's when a load of fucking pillow-humping incels with blue hair deciding that any number of various genders decide to fuck your entire life because you gave them hurt fifis, and they ruin you. We know this happens. We see this. But we have been told that cancel culture is not a thing. Yes, many, I can't say liberal because, you know, they're not liberals. Many of these far left kind of guys are telling us that cancel culture is not a thing. They're telling the women on Twitter that cancel culture is not a thing, despite them being cancelled at fucking alarming rates. It's not a thing. Do you know what it is? Consequences. Consequences for your actions. For example, I didn't bring my reading glasses. Philippa Sue, look at this fucking you poor old man. Philippa Sue, who has 419,000. Yeah, no, I can't have it here. I can't see fuck all there, Graham. It is what. Oh, that is better. Thank you. Philippa Sue has 419,000 followers. Said this: cancel culture. : Yeah, not fucking around. Straight in with the colon. Cancel culture : if you are cancelled but do not wish to be. Now, cancelled is in inverted quotes because there's no such thing as cancel culture. But if you are suffering from that thing where there is no such thing, Philippa has some advice for you. If you are cancelled but do not wish to be, you must work. Capital letter. See, caps. Serious. Work to earn back people's respect by owning up to the thing that cancelled you in the first place. Listening to others, educating yourself, and advocating on behalf of the people that you have offended / harmed. You picked up on that, didn't you? Offended / harmed, because they're the same thing.
Yeah. There's an effort to conflate the two.
Absolutely.
Very strong.
Words are literal violence, as we know. Why, Graham called me a fucking idiot on Saturday night stream, and it left a bruise. I had a bruise on my heart. So what she's saying is, if you've been cancelled, let's say you've gone out on a limb, you've said something really wild and crazy like, I don't think men are women. Graham just pulled a face there. But, you know, let's say you say, I don't think men are women. You might say such a thing. Probably not a good idea if you were Graham Linehan, obviously, because all he said to him, it's fine. Of all the shit, the final one that got him. Yeah, but men aren't women. Gone. Anyway, let's say you've said that. An objective truth. Okay? An objective truth. You could be cancelled. But if you don't want to be cancelled, that's fine. Earn back the respect of the people that have cancelled you by listening and educating yourself and advocating on behalf of the people that you don't believe are what they say they are. And here's the other part that's really great. It doesn't matter how much you apologise, you will remain under their fucking boot for the remainder of your life. But remember, cancel culture doesn't exist. See, here's the thing. If you've said something that's an objective truth, never apologise. Never, ever apologise. I don't even apologise when I'm lying, let alone telling an objective truth. You must never do that. Because all you're doing then is destroying it for anybody that comes after you. So never apologise to these fuckers because it'll never be good enough. That's why they're turning on each other now. Now, of course, we were told cancel culture wasn't a thing. There was somebody else that thought cancel culture wasn't a thing. Emily van der Werf, who is a trans woman. Nearly got it the wrong way around there. Not today. Emily van der Werf did put something up that cancel culture wasn't real. She also, do you remember the letter that went round? Wasn't it? Was it Harper's? Or
Harper's, yeah.
Harper's, about, let's not cancel people, let's encourage freedom of speech. All that terrible alt-right stuff. Okay? She said it wasn't real, but one of her colleagues, did sign that letter. Now, Emily has gone to great pains to say she didn't want this person punished for signing the letter, but she did write to their boss and say that I don't want them punished, but I'm very uncomfortable around them. I'm very uncomfortable. I don't want him punished. Not at all. Don't punish him. Know what I mean? Don't punish him. She was very clear about that. Notice I used their preferred pronouns as well. Well, here's the thing. Cancel culture isn't real. Emily has been tweeting. The following is the last thing I will say on this on Twitter. It wasn't, by the way. She was another few tweets on it. These 2 days have been hell. Death threats, rape threats, invitations to commit suicide. I don't know that she's had all those. But if they are, I bet they were copied and pasted from J.K. Rowling's feed. Not that it's right. There's no reason to do it. Constant misgendering, etc. I wonder what the etc. is. On every platform. The only way I can avoid it is to leave the internet entirely. I can't sleep. There's no cancel culture. To my knowledge, not one signatory of the letter has said anything against this behaviour, despite how obvious, extreme, and public it has been. At least 2 have egged it on or incited it. They do not believe in free speech. They believe in free speech for the... Is it just me, or is this fucking hypocritical?
Phenomenally so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Emily didn't bounce up and down to defend J.K. Rowling from all those arseholes sending them pictures of them doing the fucking a helicopter with the cock while he had a finger up their ass. I digress. I'm getting excited. I'm peaking too soon. I understand. Note again that the only way I can avoid this is to leave the internet entirely. I am going from the internet. Considering I make my living writing for the internet, this is an actual, genuine attempt at cancelling someone. But I thought I thought there was no cancel culture. Right? I mean, there isn't. There's no cancel. Oh, sorry, my mistake. The hypocrisy of celebrating so-called vigorous debate, only to call out those who offer a counter-opinion for offering such a counter-opinion is obvious on its face. I don't understand that part. But I will point it out anyway. Again, they do not believe in free speech, just for them. So, apparently, what Emily is experiencing is that nobody wants to hear her views and thinks she should be cancelled for them, but they want to hear their own. That's fucking beautiful. Right-wing blogs like Daily Caller and Breitbart. I just like separating those words. Breitbart.
I love that calling them blogs as well. It's like the most successful conservative podcast and channel. It's bigger than CNN.
Breitbart. You know, that blog.
That blog,
Breitbart, have written pieces calling for my firing. Using YouTube screen caps of me designed to make me look unattractive or masculine. Their readers swarm me. They do not believe in free speech. I think you'll find Breitbart probably do. Isn't it something when we have to look to the right to defend a liberal ideal? I'll come back to that. Blah blah. I've had friends who have been through this online hate mob before, but it didn't exist. Now Emily goes on and on and on. It worries me. They do not believe in free speech. She says that a lot. So yeah, Emily goes on a lot about cancelling, how disgusting it is, and it's not for free speech. Now, I did tweet at Emily and I said, do you know what? The truth is, I do believe in free speech and I'm sorry you're going through this. But here's the thing. It's not cancel culture. It's just a consequence for what you said that caused people offence / harm. Never heard back from Emily. That's because Emily's a fucking hypocrite. Sat there smiling all over her fucking face while other people were getting it. You know, the bad people. The wrong ones. When they were getting it, it was fine. It was okay. Now, what do you mean me? I'm not. I don't deserve this treatment. I believe in free speech since yesterday. Fuck these people. This is what happens. I will never, ever support cancel culture. I think it's despicable. I fucking hate it. I don't even like banning people from fucking websites and all that shit. I'm never going to tolerate cancel culture. How can it be vaguely virtuous to a small degree that you could upset a minority of fucking people on Twitter? And they can come after you, remove you from platforms, apply enough pressure that you can lose your job, that your family have to do without. The guy that started Gab, I've forgotten his name, his wife's Visa account was shut down. And people are saying that's okay because he's a bad man. She must be a bad woman, right? So it's fine. But this is going to backfire on these people. You can't fucking cancel everybody. You can't act like raging fucking assholes demanding everyone kowtow to you with their head in the dirt. Begging you. Fuck that. Now what makes it worse is currently, fizzy drinks, bad idea during a show. Currently, we are in a position where they have this power. And one of the reasons they have it is so few people will stand up to them. The woke, the trans radical activists, no one stands up to them because they're frightened. And some people have good reason to be. We've seen what they do to people. The way they treat women on that platform is unconscionable. It's fucking disgusting. The way they treat transsexuals on that platform. Revolting. The only thing transsexuals are there for these people is to take the moral authority from them and wrap it round themselves. And off they go. I'm a lady, you must accept me. Please enjoy looking at my throbbing lady penis with its realistic veins. This is the world we're in, and because no one will stand up. Few people, yeah. Glinner took a fucking beating, shat his career, kicked off Twitter. J.K. Rowling, can't cancel her. She was a billionaire, she gave a lot of it away, didn't she? But incredibly rich, well secured. Now I get some people know that they can get to them and hurt them, but there's a lot of people. You don't have to be rich. I'm not rich. Fucking hell, I'm a long way from. Wish I was rich. But I know that they're going to struggle cancelling me. They get me kicked off a couple of platforms, but who really gives a fuck? So you stand up. Other people realise that, they're self-employed. They can get by. You stand up. You stand on. You back women up. You back the transsexuals up there you back the people up who are right. Because the longer we let this fucking vermin get away with what they're doing, the more powerful they're going to feel. I mean, even look at famous people like Lawrence Fox. What was it he said that was so evil? He said, we live in a really great country and calling everything racist is boring. Fucked.
He literally said that that it's a great country, which you can back up with actual evidence, by the way. That's not.
I was talking to a Black Lives Matters supporter, organisation supporter. As you know, the movement, I'm fine, it's how they feel. Fine, it's people. The organisation's vile. And he was saying, all the police violence against Black people. I'm like, dude, have you looked at the stats? I mean, it's not perfect. We've got problems. They're not killing people. You're taking from black people in America and putting that upon yourself. Support them. It doesn't work. But the fact is, he said all that. He's cancelled. He's maybe not going to get any more acting work until this all calms its tits a little bit. And what I like about Lawrence Fox, I've got to admit, I do admire the fact that he just went, fuck it, I'm going to double down then. I like that. I do. I admire that.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, there was a little break there where he needed to go and get some mood stabilizers and just get his shit together. But he's back on it now, and I respect that. I can't imagine what it's like having hundreds of people that you thought were friendly to you just all turn and start threatening your family.
That's what happened to Graham Linehan, wasn't it? But the fact is, he used to be a big supporter of cancel culture.
Oh, he loved it. Yeah.
And so did J.K. Rowling.
Oh, she was a feminist hero with all the literally getting award after award for being
cancel people, get them off platforms. It always comes around to get you in the end. Now, whatever my issues with what Graham Linehan did before, I still believe, hand on heart, he stood on a righteous ideal. It wasn't about hating trans people. It was about supporting women.
Yeah, big respect.
I believe
genuinely big respect to him.
In private, he didn't indicate anything. I believe the guy. I admire the guy for burning what he did, because he burnt a lot to do it.
I've got to add though, he might hate some specific trans people, but that's not the same as hating trans people in general.
No, it's just hating people.
I can imagine he's got quite a dislike for certain trans people.
Yeah, but that's not hating trans people, is it? It's just hating
that's actual equality, isn't it?
It's like, if I ever fall out with a woman on Twitter.
Yeah.
Impossible, because I'm a charming devil. I might not, I don't really hate anybody on there, do I, apart from the pedos and the zoo. But you know what I mean? I might have an intense dislike for her.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't like women. But of course, what the woke do is take that and go,
yeah,
you hate everybody, you complete bastard.
The most evil, selfish shite I've ever met was in a wheelchair. Fucking horrible he was.
Well, we know you
horrible.
don't like him.
No, well, come on. You're just turning it back.
No, I said, if I had an argument with a woman, it doesn't mean I hate women.
They can see what you're doing,
It's a well-known fact that you do not like the disabled.
I don't like him. He's an arsehole.
Yeah. But I admire people that speak out. Terry Crews is another one. Someone just mentioned him in chat.
Yeah. That was great.
He stood up for what he believes. Make sure it doesn't turn into Black Lives Matter. But he promptly got called an Uncle Tom, and that was an end of that. Not to his face.
No.
Because he's a big lad.
Snoop Dogg called him a coon on his Instagram.
Not to his face.
No.
Because I think Terry Crews would knock Snoop Dogg back to the fucking 60s.
Terry Crews is very similar to Lawrence Fox, though, isn't he? He's literally standing up and talking old school equality. Let's all get on. Well, let's all be equal and not judge each other and all that. And people are like, because we're heading back for segregation, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless we stand up to it properly, we are going to head into segregation. And all those idiots that spent years going, if you ever wondered what you would be doing during the Nazis taking over, this is it. Whilst Donald Trump was getting elected, it's like no. In terms of genuine systematic change, it's happening right now. And if you ever wondered what you're doing, this is it. Genuinely.
Well, here's the other thing with this cancel culture. People like Owen Jones have been popping out, haven't they?
Yeah.
Saying it doesn't exist. And the way he does it is by saying, well, J.K. Rowling's still famous. Well, of course. It's very difficult to cancel someone in her position. Lawrence Fox, like you pointed out earlier, has a new series out. Yeah, he filmed that about a year ago.
Yeah, and another author who liked J.K. Rowling's tweet got fired. Gone. Yeah. So don't give me that bullshit. And Owen fucking Jones doxed someone on Twitter. So for him to come out now and and actually have the balls to get into the debate about cancel culture, if I was him, I'd keep my fucking head down. Because he straight up doxed someone and Twitter made him remove it.
He's a shocking human being.
So to even dare go on GMB and have an opinion about it when he's very much part of it, he crowdsourced the destruction of a man's life.
Yeah. And
now he's sitting there going, well, J.K. Rowling's still got a job. It's like, fuck you.
But that's because he believes he's right.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So we're the ones that are in the right, so we're fine. We're untouchable. It's okay. It won't be, though, because the problem is the pendulum always swings with society. And I do have genuine concerns that we're going to have another swing over to the right, which won't be great. We need it somewhere in the middle. But the far left have got way too much power at the moment. Just before we go on, there is something I wanted to get in earlier, actually, but I got excited. If you're a trigger warning regular, you'll know of Twat Sack. One of our, he's one of the guys, one of the family. Good guy, mad as a bag of cats. But, excuse me, Jesus wept, I've got terrible wind. Gas, not wind. His grandfather suffered a serious heart attack. Was released from hospital and needs constant care. Twat Sack is taking care of him now, looking after him. They've done everything they thought they needed, everything they had, but they his grandfather does need a proper hospital-style bed that can raise him up, because some days he can't even get out of bed. And, when you give up work to care for someone, you don't always have huge amounts of money to spend on things. So he has launched a crowdfunder to help just raise the money for his grandfather's bed. He's a good guy, looking after someone who sounds like a good man. So if you can find your way, if you can afford it, just drop a little in. The links will be up there in chat right now, and also we'll put it in the description of the video when we put this out later on. Now, we know times are hard. If you can't kick in, maybe give it a share, because it's genuinely for a good cause, for a good guy who's supported Trigger Warning for a long time, and has also given us great enjoyment on social media platforms with his differentness. So have a look. If you can, please just kick a couple of pound in. Give somebody a better quality of life, because there's not a lot of help once you're kicked out of hospital and left in the care of your family and things. There's not a huge amount there, and it's very, very difficult. So do consider it, and like I say, if you can't, because we know times are bad, just give it a share, get it out there. It's not a lot of money, and hopefully it'll get up there really, really quick. And Twat Sack, you're a good man for what you're doing. Well done, mate. You're doing the right thing for your granddad. It's great.
Yeah, I gotta say, if I see any donations to us tonight instead of that, I'm going to be physically angry.
I won't worry about that.
I'm going to be very disappointed.
It won't happen.
Just out to
But if anything drops in tonight to our PayPal, we'll throw it over to
we'll
them.
send it forward that way. Yeah, definitely.
It's important.
My OnlyFans subscriptions can wait a couple of weeks, Aidan.
New footshot photo set dropping next week. I see we've got some new people. Skinny Fingers McGee, hello. Sean Donnelly, we spoke to us. Stephen's in. Hello, Stephen. Recorded a podcast with Stephen earlier. I think they're putting that out next week. That's life, but not as we know it, said get a haircut, Hayden. I know, bald. And Joe Nicholson, hello, Joe. Trump has 91% chance of being re-elected. Yeah, unless we get Kanye fucking West.
I'm so glad Kanye's winning. I am. It makes me happy. We had one earlier, actually. Last Dance said, did you guys hear 2 people in Martinez, California were charged with a hate crime for painting over a Black Lives Matter mural? Did you see this? It was one of those that they do on the actual street.
Yeah.
And they were just painting over the B and the L, and they got pulled. And yeah, hate crime apparently.
Crime.
I'm not sure who's the victim.
Is it Canada or Australia? I briefly saw it before we came on air, so now I'm trying to take it down. They laid down a pride flag on the road.
Oh, yeah.
And because someone had spun the car tyre on it, they were actively looking for this person for a hate crime.
Thing is, to me, surely the same rule that allows you to put a rainbow or Black Lives Matter on the road is the same rule that will allow someone else to do something else as well.
We know that that's
do you know
not
what I mean?
how the world works, don't we?
Isn't that like, justice under the law and all that?
We just know that's not how it works.
No.
Because they're right. Remember, freedom of speech.
It's bad, though, man. It's bad because
it's terrible.
What you get out of this, because, the right's more individual, the left's more collectivist, and what happens when what we're getting right now, what has always happened in history, is you get a collectivist right.
Yeah.
And a collectivist right
That's
is
when
really
you've got a problem.
Fucking dangerous.
Yep.
And, and it's scary the way it's accelerating more and more. And, those 2 people that got done for an hate crime, we'll forget about that. But it goes into everyone's consciousness a bit more, even this debate right now about, there's no cancel culture, it doesn't exist. And it's like, I remember the Covington kids.
Well, apparently the Black Lives Matter mural was city-sponsored.
Well, that's even worse then, isn't
it? Richard Kinzer, hello. Good to see you in chat there.
There's Smoke Steve, he owes me $20.
Does he?
Can't wait, yeah. November, anyway.
Oh, yes, because Smoke Steve does the Trigger Warning pub on a Saturday night, starting around 11 p.m. UK time. 11 p.m. I'm kind of mush-mouthed that. I've got a bit of catarrh or something. I'm not going to do it. 11 p.m. on Saturday night, 11 p.m. UK time. Smoke Steve is your bartender. You go on same channel, youtube.com/triggerwarningtv. Hang out, up to 10 people on screen at a time, just everyone chilling, having fun, shouting at each other, and drinking more often than not. We were in there last week. Graham tapped out, but luckily Graham's better half continued to allow me to annoy Graham while he was trying to go to sleep, so that was really cool.
She was just so everyone knows, she was in our bed, literally with her phone just in my face like that.
With my voice coming out of it.
And then when she got bored of doing that, she just sat there as a guest on the show. Mm-hmm. Right, fuck it. I went and got on the couch. I was like, fuck this shit.
I know you did, in a mood.
What, in a mood? Well, I wanted to sleep in my own bed, in my own fucking bed.
Fucking
someone starts waving a phone above you whilst you're in bed with me, just going, Aiden.
Sounds delightful. Apparently I was making noises in my sleep last night. Apparently I was mumbling. Now this is the bit that gets me. And I had to test how loud I did it. I had to take my wife's word for it. So apparently I was going, and then I'd go, but really loud. I don't know what I was dreaming of, but it must have been fantastic. Young Alex, I'm not going to do it again. Drop the link in chat there. Do go to altfeed.org, the new platform. We've got a new podcast starting there soon. I'm just starting to try and reach out to some guests for that. It's just another platform. You can use it for blogging and all kinds of other things. So do go and check it out. Last Dance.
I've not got the Willy GIF up, but I've just seen the donation you just made on that appeal, man. Thanks. Big respect, man. Straight on it, he was. Big love to you, mate.
Thank you. Well, you know what? He does his best to come across as a miserable old bastard, but he's a good guy. You can tell.
Yeah.
Deep down.
And Twat Sack's a good guy, which is why we're sharing
it. Of course,
he's
I wouldn't just share it for anybody. Twat Sack's a top geezer. He's one of us. He is one of us. It's as simple as that, isn't it? You know? That's just it. Blind Fury says 75 will have to pay for the TV license. Yeah, the BBC have actually reneged now. They've officially reneged on their promise.
Yeah, no, I know. They were only holding off because of the old COVIDs, weren't they?
I know, but they've now played into the hands of the Tories.
Yeah.
Who can now legitimately, if they so chose, I'm not saying they will, because I don't trust any of them, but if they so chose, they could now dismantle the BBC.
I can't fucking wait.
All Boris has to do, he doesn't have to take the licence fee away from them. He just has to do what's been promised, decriminalise it. Because the minute it becomes a civil problem rather than a criminal problem, nobody's going to pay. They can't sue all of them. It's too expensive. And it will just be beautiful.
What they're going to do as well, have a line of 75-year-olds outside court.
Well, they would.
Ready for Sky News to interview them.
They already spend more on chasing up non-payment than they do on children's programming.
Yeah, they could launch a new channel with what they do with that. It's fucking
because that's
insane.
what they need, another one.
And they're going, well, if we didn't do it, we would have had to have done substantial downsize. And it's like, well, do it.
Yeah, downsize, motherfucker.
Seen the fucking state.
Do you know what I love when they say, when people online say, well, it's only a few £1 a week. It's like, yeah, but it's mine.
Yeah, and I'd like to consent to it, please. That'd be lovely.
And the other one is, well, what would you do without it? I'd be fine. I mostly watch Netflix anyway. I don't give a fuck about. What about the radio stations? I don't listen to them. I listen to talk radio predominantly in the car if I'm listening to the radio. Other than that, it's music that BBC radio do not play. They do not cater to me. They might cater to Gaelic tap dancing from fucking the Isle of Bute or some fucking place. I don't even know where that is, what I've just said. Sounds right, doesn't it? Bute?
Yeah, I mean, if you hadn't have stopped,
I know, but I didn't want to blag it through just in case I'm like completely wrong, and that's somewhere near Essex. So, but anyway, you know, they'll play them. You can't get any decent metal. Can't get any decent metal at all. Could you pop the donation link back in chat? Would that be okay? It'd be good to keep that flying in. So, yeah, the BBC are in a lot of trouble over this because they made a promise. That was part of the deal, wasn't it? That was part of the deal.
Yeah. It's the BBC's responsibility as well. It's weird how it gets talked about because it's free for over 75, but it's actually paid for by the government. It's not free. It's not like you hit 75 and then you don't need one. You still get one. It's paid for with tax money. I was moaning about this on a live stream the other day.
I think everyone should just stop paying it.
Well, that's the thing. Even if you do, though, they still go in there. They still pay for the World Service. They still get an allowance for news, and you still pay for the over 75s. So they still get you fucking money. $1 billion a year. That is
$1 billion a year.
There's no way you can unplug your TV, refuse to pay for it, all the rest of it, but you still.
Well, to be honest, now that the Top Gear guys are on Amazon, I don't care anymore anyway.
Do you know what? Downsize. Put ads on your website for a start, and you'd get a fucking load.
Well, that's the other thing that bothers me. They have a retail department, and they sell programs all around the world.
Well, yeah, dude. I watched Dracula a few weeks ago. Put iPlayer on. Never go on the BBC. I do, but I wanted to watch it, and it was only a couple of months ago. It's already on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what the fuck am I paying for then? Like if you're gonna wait 2 months and then just sell it to the service I'm already paying for,
Exactly.
what the fuck? You know, I used to watch Doctor Who. That all goes on Netflix.
I've just started watching the making of The Mandalorian.
Ooh,
Because I love The Mandalorian.
we need to get one of those LED sets, man. Oh, you imagine?
So that all the lasers can shine off my head.
Yeah.
Will that be super? Have a little baby Yoda.
Just there in the background.
But I watched the series again with my son. He adored it. He thinks it's probably one of the best Star Wars things.
It's really good. I mean, it's up there with the
really
originals.
bad that my favourite Star Wars movies now, I'm not talking about the first one because I was a kid, but are actually not really proper Star Wars movies. So there's Rogue One and The Mandalorian. They're my favourite Star Wars things.
I watched because I don't remember a lot from my childhood, but I do remember watching Star Wars with my dad.
Yeah.
So I romanticise it, and The Mandalorian's the first thing I watched with my little girl. And obviously there's Baby Yoda, and she goes, "Mando's his new daddy. That's just like us, Daddy." And I was just holding it, going, "Yes, it is just like us." And it's like trying to keep it together. We watched the entire thing together, though.
Do you know what I loved?
It's great.
The joy on my son's face when the robot beat the living shit out of those guys on the speeder bikes. He enjoyed that so much.
Yeah.
Because they shot Quill, didn't they? So
Yeah, weren't they like famous people as well, like comedians,
I think so, yeah.
whatever's, but it doesn't matter.
it was acted so well done. But I've been watching the making of The Mandalorian. I've been enjoying that very much.
Well worth it. Can't wait for season 2. Only reason
I don't want to get all Star Warsy on this. I really don't. But I do remember listening to an interview with Werner Herzog.
Who's that?
He
Which one's
played
that?
the guy that gave The Mandalorian the best cast deal to get the baby. I'm using all the terms. I'm getting my nerd on. Werner Herzog, he's a famous film director.
Right.
Made some crazy films, worked a lot with Klaus Kinski. Used to threaten, shoot and stab each other all the time. And I don't just mean idly threaten. I mean properly. Yeah.
That's how you get shit made, man.
But he played this character and they said, so, were you familiar with Star Wars and all these characters and all that? And he was like, well, how did you know? He said, I read the script. And that was it. So I enjoyed that as well. The fact that someone like Werner Herzog would rock up in The Mandalorian. Hello.
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to. I've not seen the making of yet. I've seen bits on YouTube and that, like, because I really liked the screen behind him. I thought it was phenomenal.
Oh, that's clever.
Really, really clever. I was screaming at Soph about it for ages, and you could see she was just blank, like. Because Thursdays her Dungeons and Dragon thing goes live. She don't give a fuck about me. She's just go.
Just get out. Go. Well, we've not got very long left.
What the fuck, man?
I know it's flying by. I do want to briefly talk about the turf wars, because I am actually an honorary turf, as you know now. I'm. It's going in there. I am an honorary turf, and it really came to a head over J.K. Rowling and her essay and all these things. Well, apparently there is a turf war now between the turfs and lots of people with blue hair and lots of simps and weak people and men with beards. I've not heard much from Jermaine Greer on all this. I'm sure she's still out there going, how much it's all bollocks. But I've not heard much from her. I'm sure it'll be good. But turfs out's a real thing, and that's something else these people are missing and they deny all the time. Are the threats of actual violence towards women that these people will say, I'm going to smash a turf's face in, punch a turf, like the old punch a Nazi thing. I noticed the only Nazis that got punched were the ones that look like Richard Spencer and not the really big ones that have all those camps in the woods where they practice Naziing. They tend to get left. I think it was Terry Pratchett once that said it's quite amazing, isn't it, that animal rights protesters completely failed to throw paint over Hell's Angels wearing leather jackets. It's quite right. It's quite true. But the turf wars are alive and well on Twitter. And if you're not part of it, you should be. And on the right side of history as well, obviously. You don't want to be a blue-haired, pillow-humping incel. You don't want to do that. I know you just considered it for a minute, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I love it, mate.
Is it called a waifu pillow that they rub themselves on?
I don't know the name of it, but I do like it.
I thought you'd have known.
No, I'm not up on the lingo.
Can you not ask one of your chums from the gaming days?
I just like it when they dress like Chun-Li, Aiden.
Who's Chun-Li?
Chun-Li, the girl from Street Fighter that did the fast kicks.
Oh, is that what they're all doing when they do the cross eyes and the tongue sticking out business?
No, I don't like that, Aiden.
I don't know what that is.
No, that's Ohago, something like that. I know
when did cross-eyed become attractive anyway?
It's like what manga girls do whilst they're shagging, but it looks awful. It's like, I'm not like. Sometimes I like a girl just for her looks, but when you're going like that, I'm like,
is it a good look on a guy? No. It's not sexy.
It's so fucking.
It's not sexy at all.
There's a whole subset there, and I've got to know, like, man, I'm into some weird stuff.
Ladies,
but,
is that hot? I don't know. I was waiting for you to make the Joey Deacon noise there, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's yeah. Guys that are into that are fucking weird, man. That's not that. Yeah, no.
That porn woman on Twitter that you got, man. I went and had a look.
Oh, NPC Princess.
The one that followed
666.
me and didn't follow you.
Yeah.
Because I'm more famous.
Here we go, yeah.
But that was all she was about, wasn't it?
She did do that, and I wasn't a fan of those, no. I like the other ones.
Maybe it's been, maybe I'm old, but for a woman to suddenly look like she's had a devastating head injury,
yeah,
I'm not sure that that's the most attractive. I know for some people it would be.
Indigo White, that's the girl.
That's
oof.
A very pretty young lady.
Oh, she's on that D Live now, Aiden, playing Animal Crossings. It's not a bad one. You can watch it whilst the little girl's around. She doesn't do out. You can just keep an eye.
Don't she play it well?
Oh, she does. I tell you what, she's got a lot of simps in her life. You should see her new place.
Oh, I can only imagine.
It's like a fucking Disney princess's castle, man. You can tell they're just sending her fairy lights endlessly because they're fucking everywhere.
That's the thing that gets me on with this turf wars.
Yeah.
The amount of these trans people, they all get the top done, but only halfway. So it just looks like a bit like fat bloke tits. So you click on people's profiles when you're having an argument with you. You don't go, because you might find something you can use against them. That's what it is, right? You'll find something you drag. Go, ooh. I did one the other day, and probably like 3 posts down, I said, fuck it. He was stood there, tits out, cock out, having a wank, going, follow me on OnlyFans. He didn't say it quite like that, because that's probably not alluring to the weird simps that would go over there. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You're on Twitter. Well, the tweets are marked for a mature. There's kids on here. This is not the place. It's not the place for you to be having a wank with your lady dick. This is the wrong place. But apparently I was just being a bigot and old, obviously, because us old people aren't familiar with the sex.
You little gamb, you gamb.
It's not my fault that sex in my day did not involve a bloke with tits having a wank on the internet. It was on VHS. And you were very disappointed when you got that tape. That's not what I was hoping for at all. This is a danger wank too far. Very challenging wank. Very challenging. But there's loads of them on there. And they send it all to J.K. Rowling. Baroness Nicholson. She made choices people don't agree with, like the gay marriage. She voted against it. But to her credit, she said, I voted against it. It was voted for. Then it became law. I support the law. Fair enough. Fair enough. Lost. Accepted it. I support it. Not good enough. The woman's nearly 80. Now, fair enough. She's no doddery old lady, okay? She really isn't. But some freak mentioned something about her dried out old cunt and sent a photo of herself lying on a bed, arse wide open, and a massive cock, massive hard on. And who does that? Who does that?
The thing is, though, that behaviour is exactly what they say leads to their suicide.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, people don't treat us well. They don't accept us, so we're all killing ourselves. It's like, well, by that logic, then, are you trying to make J.K. Rowling kill herself? Are you trying to make other, TERFs kill themselves?
Now, see, this is, you've got to be careful of your phrases, because people think you're saying all trans people are this or all trans. It's clearly
people
not
are
the
awesome.
case. But I don't class a transsexual person as the same as this fucking degenerate. And even if it was a transsexual person, I would say he's a fucking degenerate. Who the fuck does that? Your words upset me. Here is a video of my arsehole winking at you. You don't fucking do that, and you especially don't do that to someone that's nearly fucking 80. After I had a run-in with those ones that actually libelled me because I dared to criticise what they were doing on Glinner's site. First time I reported people on Twitter, apart from pedos. We all report the pedos. Nobody likes the pedos. But I reported them to see what Twitter would do about actual libel. Turns out nothing. So you can libel the shit out of me with impunity. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But these fuckers were going... do you know what? I've sidetracked myself there thinking about the libel. But these guys will defend everything. They're offended by everything and ashamed of nothing. It's degeneracy. That's all it is. They're not special. They're just fucking arseholes.
Did you see? I can't remember her name now. The lady we interviewed, the lady that we had the conversation with,
Sarah.
She was getting told off the other day for donating to someone who wanted to get the facial surgery.
Yeah, Fiona Orlander.
Yeah, and it was like
she's considered an ally to the feminists, but you know what? Any ism has extremes, and they're all arseholes. You know, you can't suddenly state that all feminists are great people.
I certainly wouldn't say that.
No, I wouldn't say that by a million miles. I had a discussion with one online about, men are always telling us. I said, no, I agree. Men, and I said, but, you do know a lot of feminists were talking to me about what it was to be a man and how it should feel to be a man and what men should do. And to be honest, I didn't listen to a fucking word you said. I'm bored of that. I said, how do they know what it's like to be a man?
They love a bit of womansplaining when it comes to masculinity.
They fucking
don't they?
do. But there you go. There's arseholes everywhere. But, Fiona Orlando, she tried to crowdfund. She want to look more feminine. She's considered an ally, because she's one of these pragmatic trans people that understands she's not a biological woman and male. So there was a big hoo. I got it in the neck for pointing this out, because I pointed out that isn't it amazing that look at this. This is a real trans person. This is a great trans person. Wants money to get surgery, right? I'm nipping in there to kick fuck out of her. And that's what they did. Some people did. Now, not all of them, not even most of them, just a few of them were really fucking nasty. This is someone that thought she had friends there. And I was told, well, what does she expect? Or, no, they always call it he. Sarah doesn't. And that's why they were giving Sarah, why are you calling he or she when that takes away? And she said, because I want to. It's my choice.
Yeah, there's a big difference between talking about the subject as a greater thing, talking about the biology or illegal, but then if you're dealing with a one-to-one person...
But not only that, to be fair, she did say to that person accused and said, well, you can call her what you want. I choose to call her she out of respect, and who are you to tell me not to? Who the fuck are you to tell me not to? And I was, saying that though, she fucking steamrollers people on there properly. It's brilliant.
I don't get
all
it,
the
though.
time in the world for her. A lot of fun to read.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it though. If a grown-ass adult wants to get facial surgery and they're going to pay for it themselves, or
and if people want to give them money,
yeah, who gives a fuck?
What's that? Who cares? It's just past £300 on the.
Yeah, I was just keeping an eye on that. Yeah, there's been loads since we've been on air. Like,
that's brilliant, guys. Thank you so much. That's fucking good of you, and do keep it going, keep it sharing, get it out there. We'll have it on our social all the time. It's not a huge amount of money. We have to help him get there, but thank you to everyone that's kicked in. That's really, really good of you. Well done.
Yeah, it
makes me proud.
It's only been up a day, and he's got 300 quid already.
That makes me proud.
He only needs to get to £1,000. There's no. I told him as well. I messaged him. I said, mate, if I can get any more work this month, if you've got 83 days left, I'll get you again at the end of the month. 100%.
83 days. We'll get some more in there. Yeah.
Definitely, because
100%.
he is genuinely a good lad. He really is.
Sue, we're going in a couple of minutes, but hello, you can watch it on replay. Oh no, it goes up unlisted, doesn't it? So got to be edited.
Well, I can if as long as it's not got that weird bit at the start, it'll be unlisted within minutes of us going off air.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't get to many of your comments tonight, but I've not been in here for a couple of weeks, so getting back into it. Right, we're gonna have to go. It's that time. I was just enjoying myself. I thought it's not been bad tonight. Sounded almost like I had a vague idea what I was talking about. I like that. Before we go, remember, do go and check out altfeed.org. It's our new platform. It's a social blogging platform. You can use it like Medium. You can use it like Facebook and Medium. You can use it like Facebook, Medium, and groups where you get your own documents that you can all edit and do stuff with. It's going to grow into just a platform for creative people that want to socialise. That's all. But it's also got the radio station that we're going to look for more people to check out. By the way, after this show, do go to triggerwarning.tv or altfeed.org for the American Rebellion show. It's coming up very, very soon. Do check that out. But we'll have the radio station we're going to encourage people with. We'll put in trigger warnings, some other stuff. The videos will be going through Altfeed as well. And we're going to build it. And, you know, it's like I've said before, I'm not frightened of failing. It's the not trying that haunts me. So we're giving it a go. We need a platform that is more open, that does embrace people with differing ideas and differing ideologies. I think it's important. So please do that. We'll be back on Tuesday.
Oh, I hope so.
I should have a little less on next week. Richie Allen's site's getting finished next week, though.
When's Stephen coming on? I want to hear more UBI lies.
I don't know.
I really want him on.
Graham, I know you're all excited.
No, I do.
It was way above your pay grade.
I really want to have a conversation about it.
I know you do.
No, because I've not heard. Genuinely, I want to hear someone that knows what they're talking about talk about it.
Of course, because I don't. Because I should read a book, like the books that you read with the pictures
Hayden,
in. Don't shout at me, dickhead. It's Thursday.
No,
it's my show. Lower your voice.
No.
Have some fucking respect.
Don't tell me to lower my voice. No.
Calm your tits.
I'm not doing that. No, you're not going into dickhead straight away. You're not going to struggle session me out of disagreeing with you on something. I refuse.
Did fucking Owen Jones just sit down here with me or something?
No, you can't struggle. Get out of here with this Soviet bullshit, man.
What Soviet bullshit?
Of course it is. I'm not. I'm not.
This is why Richie won't talk to you about socialism. It's not because of your great knowledge.
I would like to have a conversation about UBI with someone who doesn't just instantly jump to insults when they're challenged on it.
I don't jump to insults.
Way above your pay grade, and dickhead, you said within seconds of me mentioning it.
Yeah, but that was not instantly.
It'd just be nice to actually talk to someone who's maybe just thought about it a bit more and isn't just parroting other people's opinions.
Oh, is that what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm doing?
You know you are.
You read a fucking book once, and you think you understand it, and I'm parroting your opinions.
Here we go.
Graham, you're full of shit.
Well, at least I'm not selling UBI, man. Jesus Christ.
No, you sell every other opinion in there, mister.
No,
the corporations should own the streets because it'd be great then.
Yeah. See, you didn't understand that either, did you?
I don't have to understand these bollocks.
You can't.
It's bollocks. Listen, you do your afternoon stream where you can talk to the three people that believe you.
If you don't understand the concept of private property, I can't possibly have a conversation with you about UBI. It's ridiculous,
you can't. You're way out your depth.
But yeah, if you're still there, Steve, I'd love to get you on for that at some point. It'd be really nice.
He'd love to talk to you about it, Steve. So we can sit there going, it's communist, man. It's communist. I read it in a book.
No. Yeah.
He heard Ben Shapiro once.
Oh, really? I've never heard Ben Shapiro talk about UBI.
Once. It wasn't even about UBI. It was something that he's decided that means all communism.
Oh, right.
Richie was telling me today that you're wrong and Chavez really had his shit together.
Yeah, of course. You're trying to... Yeah, whatever, man.
But there's a reason he won't discuss it with you.
Why?
Because you don't know enough about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's read 3 more books than you.
Has he?
Yeah. I've read 3 books.
Oh, yeah.
2 of them didn't have pictures in.
Das Kapital.
No, the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. Mein Kampf.
Oh, Graham
Jan and John.
I'm not in my Jim Jams. What are you on about? This is my Monkey Island shirt, dude. Look at that. It's Guybrush.
What I do love is Graham smiles and laughs it off, but he really does boil his piss.
No, you're not boiling my piss right now,
I
man.
can tell, because your face
No,
changes
no.
a bit. You get this kind of
No, the thing
slightly
is,
sickly look.
when you go straight to insults, then I know that there's no conversation to be
There's
had.
no
It's just-
conversation
It's just
to be had.
nonsense when you're just like,
There's
yeah,
no conversation
dickhead.
to be had. You've decided it's Soviet. You
No.
decided without hearing anything.
No, the Soviet technique when you just go straight to insults, and you've
But what's that? Because we already know.
at that point you have no argument. You
I
have
know
no
from
point
talking to
make.
people like Stephen, from reading Keynes and from other things, other economics, looking at it online, looking where it's been tried, why it's failed. But you assume
Right,
that I've
yeah.
listened to
Here
somebody
we go.
and I just parrot it because only Graham does research.
Right,
Hayden doesn't read anything.
Yeah, and whenever we talk economics, you just half mention Keynes like that means anything.
It means a fucking
Keynes
lot.
advocated for lowering taxes. That isn't how fucking UBI works.
No.
How will it be
Keynes
paid
advocated
for?
for a lot of things.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah.
one of them was giving people the means of not working if they don't want to.
UBI is Keynes on crack cocaine.
Keynes on crack
It
cocaine.
isn't even fucking close. And I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna
Well,
cling.
it isn't even close.
I'm not gonna
So,
cling
just give me 1 second.
to depression
Just-
era
correct
economics.
Correct me.
Go on.
So it's not Keynes that said that, and I am paraphrasing wildly.
Okay.
It's not Keynes that said that those who do not wish to work should not have to work. They should have a sufficient income provided that they do not have to work, so that the people that do work can have more and excel. Now, I'm paraphrasing. That wasn't Keynes.
Well, that was, dude. That was depression era nonsense, and that isn't the same as UBI.
What, giving
It's not.
everyone an income?
Yeah, but that was literally how do we get out of a depression? That was exactly the same as what's happening right now with the coronavirus. In
Yeah, no,
terms of
he was definitely
the
not.
government
He was
paying the
definitely
thing.
not a deep thinker.
There was.
He was very shallow.
Yeah, but you just. It's like saying now with the government paying furlough money, and then isolating that.
No.
Going
He
f-
was saying no. That's bollocks as well. That's a deliberate misinterpretation.
No, it's not.
His was not a temporary measure.
Okay.
It was not meant to be right. While this depression's going on, his idea was for a better and more just society.
And he
Would
was
work that way.
wrong.
How do you know?
It was 1930s depression era thinking.
How was he wrong?
He was wrong because the economy has been fucked ever since. There's like the obsession with this Keynesian thing has led to modern monetary
No.
theory.
We're talking about
and it's
we're talking about
just
UBI.
wrong.
Why was he wrong?
What do you mean? Well, he didn't advocate for UBI.
I know you.
Not directly. You're just extrapolating that from what he said.
Yeah, I know, because giving everyone money so they didn't have to wait if they don't want to let the people work is nothing like universal basic income by giving
But
everyone
yeah, but it's not
a
though. He
living.
wasn't advocating for that, so you can't say that he was. That's like saying.
But
Jesus
that's what
was a
universal
socialist.
basic income is.
It's not the same thing at all.
What, giving everyone a living wage?
Okay.
What is universal basic income? If not giving everyone a sum of money that they can live quite comfortably,
It's just pure fantasy, though. It is pure fantasy.
based on
Because it just accelerates wage growth and accelerates prices into insane levels.
how does it
It's not-
accelerate wage growth?
Because, right, I tried to get in to this on Saturday. Because
I was drinking on Saturday.
Yeah, well, so
you had
was
no
I.
chance.
So was I.
But what was?
Right,
how
because
does it increase
if you've
wage?
got if you've got £2,500 in your bank account, then the cost of your labour goes up dramatically, instantly. If someone offers you 50 quid for a day's work, you're not going to do it anymore. You're going to say, no, I want 500 quid straight away.
Depends what you're aspiring
Why
to.
would you turn up for 50 quid? Why would you do that?
You don't understand why someone would take a minimum wage job on top of that. Aspirational, dude. Yeah, you've got very, very
Why
low,
would you do it?
low
Why would you do
expectations.
it?
Why would you? Because you want more.
You want what? You
And if
turn
you're not
up.
capable of getting more, you're going to take the McDonald's job to get more.
So if I offered you a fiver for a day's
It
work,
depends
are you
what I...
gonna do
No,
it?
why would I do it for a five? I wouldn't do it for a
Well,
fiver now.
That's what.
No,
that's
it
what
isn't.
does, though.
No, that's
Of course.
fucking stupid.
You were almost there. Then.
No,
you almost saw it.
No, because you've turned it into bollocks.
50 quid becomes a fiver.
No, it doesn't.
Why not? If
All right.
you've got £2,500 in the bank,
All right,
you'd be
Graham,
like,
I understand your
"Fuck it."
point. Yeah, some people won't. Some people will want more money. All of a sudden, that job that pays minimum wage now, that's the worst thing on earth. 6 months, you've got something that you wanted. Some people won't go, I want £2,500 a week. They're not worth it. It doesn't work. It's not going to change everything. Like all of a sudden, they've got £2,500 in the bank. If I don't give them fucking £500 a day to work at McDonald's, they won't do it. Of course they fucking will. What else can they do? If they want more, having that money in the bank does not increase their skill set. What it will do is probably put pressure on employers to create a better working environment. However, the economics of that cannot change because that is the way it works. Whether you've got nothing in the bank or £2,500 in the bank, £2,500 does not make you more capable.
So prices go up, inflation, just instantly, almost overnight. You know, within just a few years, the price of everything is going up at such a phenomenal rate that suddenly that £2,500 isn't enough. And then we're voting for whichever guy replaces Corbyn.
That's why, and this is where you scream socialism.
Yeah.
There's got to be an approach from top to bottom.
Right, okay.
Things would have to change. That's life.
So we're looking at totalitarian control over the entire country then. We're looking at rent control, wage control, price control.
Possibly.
That doesn't work. It never works.
But neither's what we're doing now.
Well, what we're doing now is a mixed economy.
Mixed economy. We're living in a place where minimum wage is not enough to live on, where businesses can't pay more than that, where we're losing the hospitality industry. What should we do, Graham?
Well, minimum wage is part of what fucked it up.
All right, so let's lower that even. Let's take that away.
Get rid of it completely.
Get rid of it.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying with £2,500 in the bank, people won't work 50 quid. Who's going to go and work at a restaurant for £5 a fucking day?
Here's the thing, right? This is what I'm saying to you, though.
Yeah.
Minimum wage hurts poor people the most, by far.
But I'm telling you that most businesses, if you took away that, and you know I'm not a fan of it, but if you took it away, do you know what most business owners would do?
Right, what?
Take advantage of the people that will work for less.
Yes.
And there's no shortage of them.
Who's going to work there?
Are you kidding me?
Here's the thing, though, man.
Are you kidding me?
Minimum wage literally stops wealth building. It literally stops the poorest people coming up. Quite literally.
The poorest people go and work for less.
They know it. That's why they did a separate minimum wage for London as they did the rest of the UK.
It's the cost of living.
But all it did was fuck the rest of the UK. Yeah. All it did was create.
But here's the problem you've got, Graham. No, it's this
answer
is get rid of it, everything will be fine.
No.
I've been around enough businesses, and so have you, especially the hospitality industry, to know full fucking well. If you said, oh, you know that chap there, what is it? Fucking, let's give him a foreign name, whatever. Yeah, you know you got to pay him, what is it, £8, £9, £10, whatever an hour? Yeah, you don't have to now.
Yeah.
Right, he'll do it for a fucking £5 then. And he will.
Well, if he accepts it for a £5, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with him choosing to accept it for that money?
You're such a corporate shell.
I'm fucking not. Dude.
Because he'll have no choice. He will have no choice.
I worked in restaurants. I literally worked in restaurants when they brought minimum wage in, and I watched them fuck it up. I watched everyone's money go down. Because you're creating an instant barrier to entry then. The guy that supplies you, he's straight away got
I know, I get all that. You're not talking to a child.
No.
However, I am telling you, and you can deny it all you fucking want, they don't have a lot of choices, people at the very bottom end of the scale, do they?
No.
They don't have a lot of choices. They really don't. Minimum wage wasn't brought in, it was fucking badly brought in, but it wasn't brought in just to, let's look good and give these people lots of money. People couldn't fucking live. So the government were having to fucking sustain them anyway, which we have to do now with tax credits and all the other things.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Just give everyone a shit ton of money and fuck it. Fuck it. Change the system. You don't need a totalitarian regime.
The value of the money, though. The value of the money will go down. And then you're just giving them more and more and more. And, it's got
to be a complete change to society. There's got to be a complete change to society. That's what you want for your utopian fucking wank fest.
I want to allow individual people to live their lives however they want to live their lives. That's literally what I want. There's no utopian anything about it.
I love the fact that you would gleefully swap an inadequate system of governance for a psychopathic system of corporate governance.
No, it's not corporate at all. Right, if you're in Middlesbrough right now, where there's no fucking jobs, everyone's broke as shit. The food that you get that relies on the other networks, as soon as you've got minimum wage attached to it and people are earning a certain amount, you're fucked then, because, you know, instead of bread costing however much it did, like 10p or whatever, it's now 150. But your access to money hasn't gone up. Your ability to build your own wealth and build your own experience and make your own businesses.
All right. Do you believe that if we abolished minimum wage, prices would come down?
I think wealth. Yeah, 100%. If you got rid of it, yeah, definitely.
I was asked something today.
Why not? Why would it not?
The government are looking at giving restaurants a percentage cut on VAT. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll be passed on to the customer?
I've absolutely no idea.
I have.
But I tell you this.
If I was a business owner,
what?
I wouldn't pass it on if I didn't have to.
Well, that's all right.
And businesses can work very well by consensus. Corporations do work by consensus.
They can.
We know, well, they do. And we know that a lot of the fuel prices are fixed. Every once in a while, one supermarket will go rogue. But they always come back. It's almost like they have turns.
Yeah, there we go. You're just not dealing in reality anymore, man. Like, again, what you're saying with this, you know, like yes, people do get together. Yes, people do price fix. But you're talking like we don't live in a world where Aldi and Waitrose don't both exist. They both do. There's not like this thing where it's like the.
I just love the naivety of thinking that savings will be passed down.
Well, can I not go to Aldi? Can I not go to Aldi?
But that's what Aldi.
Less,
why do you think Aldi? Who would still be if they didn't pass the savings on, they would still be cheaper than Waitrose, yeah?
Yeah.
What makes you think they'd want to be even cheaper?
Well, why?
What makes you think that you think that their shareholders would accept that?
Someone else would. Someone else would step in. If it's an actual free market, then someone else would step in, guaranteed.
I would put that. I would put that as an equally applicable argument that what would happen if you had an actual free market with UBI.
But that
it's relying on the same good faith you are.
That isn't. There's no such thing as an open market under UBI. That's the government having direct control over our entire lives. Literally, like, they decide your base level of living. They decide how much everything costs, and it never works.
No. They give you a sum of money. In a free market, you can still go and work for more. You decide what your level of income is. That's just your base level. And if we're going to rely on the good faith of companies with shareholders, which fucking more power to you, it can work with that as well. It works just as well. What difference? Because then if we do have the inflation and everything, well, we're just back where we were with an open, free market economy, aren't we? So it's fine, yeah?
No, it won't be fine, though. We end up like frigging Venezuela or something like that. Everything's...
Only if we get sanctioned by the United States of America heavily.
Oh, of course,
No, that helped.
Yeah,
no, come on.
Yeah.
Don't pretend that didn't help. It's like you gave me an example on Saturday.
Sanctions?
You gave me an example.
I'm sorry, what sanctions,
It's all to do with the shale gas, isn't it?
So you sorry, what? If you're going to say that
was to do with
then smile like it's some great point, what sanctions?
It's not a great point. All right, the shale gas was the biggest one.
What shale gas? What are you talking about?
Oh, fucking hell. Graham,
no, go on.
Was that not the biggest problem for Venezuela? Apart from the fact Chavez, I don't buy into this. Chavez did a good thing.
America bought all of their oil.
You're saying to me,
America's
we would be like Venezuela.
Yes.
If we did that.
And
now you're the same person that has an argument against UBI on Saturday said, well, it hasn't worked in Iran.
Well, it's not worked in Iran.
Of course it's not fucking worked in Iran.
Oh, did you do a Google then, did you?
No, I told you this on Saturday, you ignorant prick. You were too busy shouting at me.
There we go with the name calling, man.
Because you're being fucking ignorant.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know. Well, all right, so Iran isn't in the grip of this virus, isn't being sanctioned to fuck by everybody, and isn't being run by basket cases.
Yeah, basket cases that are bringing in UBI. Because it's and you know what, it fits quite nicely with the totalitarian control they've got there. And how many people live in Iran? Is it 70 million people? Something ridiculous like
fucked.
That. Well, do you know what though? There's plenty of people there for them to have a functioning economy. They've got plenty of friends in the world to actually have a functioning economy.
Yes, but the fact is,
to just point at America.
I'm not just pointing at America. I don't actually give a fuck about Iran.
It's just the laziest thing of like, well, it's America's fault, isn't it?
But I've not said it's America's fault.
But that's what
I accept that in Venezuela, when you've got a guy that does 14-hour television broadcasts, I'll point to where the main problem is.
Yeah.
All right? Chavez. I don't believe in unfettered socialism because that's based on an outdated system that doesn't work for the modern world. But at the same time, your open market economy would be great if we just let it. That doesn't fucking work either. Because the minute you say there can be competition, America, again, let's use America as an example, because much more of a free market economy than here.
It used to be, it used to be.
But it still is more than here at the moment. So, the telecom companies. Do you think someone could start up and undercut them bad boys?
No, but there isn't a free market on telecoms in America.
But do you know why nobody could?
Because the government enforces monopolies or duopolies, as it is in that case.
Quadropolies, isn't it?
Well, it depends.
Even Google couldn't bust into that motherfucker.
Each state.
So what you're saying to me is, if the government went, right, do what you want, went, all right, hands off.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Why not? Why not?
You have so much more faith in companies.
Why not? Why not?
You have so much more faith in companies because I know what companies are.
Right.
If they have the power to monopolize, they will.
Right.
Because why wouldn't they? Because they only have one job.
So when we opened it up in the UK, where's the monopoly? Because that's what we did here. We opened it up from BT. Where's the monopoly?
We have a very powerful monopolies commission still.
Okay. So, yeah, but where's the monopoly? You just said if you can have a monopoly. We opened it up here and we now have many, many different broadband providers. Lots of them failed. Lots of them provide very different services. Prices went down and speeds went up. So this laughable thing of like, well, if only...
you see, that's another disingenuous point because...
It's not disingenuous.
They are
franchises
using the equipment of another company. It's a franchise.
Well...
There's only one other company that's been trying to put cable down in this country apart from BT, and that was Cable and Wireless, then 9X, I might have got them back to front, and then Virgin took over and kind of slowed down a lot. Yeah,
we had a state-controlled monopoly that we then allowed other people to use, but it's not as simple as that.
No, but here's the other thing as well. You're saying, okay, we've opened up, we had all these companies, your words, it's been great. How great is our telecoms industry compared to other countries?
It's up and down. We're better than some. We're a lot worse than others. We're definitely better than America. Our speeds aren't as good.
Nowhere near as good.
In terms of prices and in terms of customer services, we're a fuckload better than them.
Well,
they still get charged for data and all sorts of nonsense over there.
Because they can. They can get away with it.
We used to get charged for data over here, but then it opened up.
I remember paying 3 pence a minute for my internet access on... I can't remember my original ISP. The fact is, there's always going to be government interference in everything that we do. Everything. Every aspect of our lives, because we've let them in. And you can't push them back out. You can't. Because power is never relinquished.
I appreciate that, and I think that's a very, very valid point. But that, for me, isn't an argument to go all in on UBI and then just give them even more power and even more control over my entire life.
They own you anyway.
I don't want that excuse. Yeah, and as I said at the start, I want to be free. I want other people to be free. In order to be free will not be UBI. That is going the opposite direction completely.
But could it lead? See, this is the thing. It's all just a fucking thinking exercise.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
And thank God it'll never happen.
But here's the thing. As a thinking exercise, all the things we spoke about earlier when you were smirking, are none of those things possible.
What things?
That we could have a healthier, better educated, happier society, spend a lot less on medical bills, have more aspirational people. These are things just the thinking. So why wouldn't that? Because it always goes from one extreme to the other. You either got people that are saying it'll be an absolute utopia, which is, when I say about governmental controls and things brought in, that's not me saying I'd fucking love that.
No, I know. And you always accuse me of utopian thinking, but I'm never advocating for utopia. But in terms of the way that you
what you do is paint it as absolutely dystopian.
No. The way that you get healthier, happier, better educated people is by giving them more freedom. That's how you get it. It is literally how you do it.
Which country has that worked in?
Well, America's the phenomenal example. People talk about America as if that's some sort of like they've got the power they've got now. When we left America, 1776, it was an absolute shithole.
They were amazing for the longest time, but now They've got health care issues that make ours look like a fucking
Yeah, I totally
heaven.
agree with you.
And their education standards are slipping at an alarming rate. I'm not bullshitting. You know that. So you've read the same things.
I know. And it's
But
no coincidence that America took over their education system. I can't remember exactly. It was like
See, I always thought in America it'd be better if it was run by the state.
It was the 50s or the 60s when they took it over, and it is literally...
I think it was the 60s.
The results have just gone down ever
and they're going to
since.
keep going down because power is never relinquished. One of the ideas I loved about the United States of America was that states had more control, more power, because localized is better for me. I would rather see localized government here. Genuinely, I would. I mean, we couldn't have 52 of them. There'd be one on every bloody street. We're only a little place. But, you know, like the counties. I've gone off. I think the battery's gone on the camera. But the counties...
You just look at your audio. We'll have to
the counties... I would love to see some form of devolution there. I think that would make life better. But at the minute, I'm talking about UBI. The main reason I go in all in on the positives is because it seems most of everybody else I meet goes all in on the negatives.
I'm happy to talk to you about it, man. Always, always. Dude, I've got to say, Twatsackers just PM'd me.
Yeah.
Saying, amazing, thank you so much, gents. I was grateful enough for the link in the description, but what you did was incredible, above and beyond. And he says, my family thanks you.
No worries, dude.
For anyone that's not watching this live, in fact, we're going to have to go now, but if you're not watching this live, it's like the first or second link in the description.
Oh, breaking news. Oh, go and put another battery in the camera. There's one in the case. There's one in the case. I've got breaking news.
Wait.
Breaking news from Graham Linehan, no less. I don't think it's terribly important, but let's... Yeah, Graham did shut me off books because he's such a sore fucking loser. Such a fucking bellend.
Nonsense.
Massive bellend. Jessica Yaniv has been arrested.
No! What for?
I don't know. I've just heard that now.
Which of the many assaults finally got her?
I hope it's the one for beating that poor bloke around the head. Not getting it up just yet, but apparently been arrested. It'll be on Twitter somewhere, won't it? Buried in my mentions, because people know I have a fondness for that fat nonce, and I can't wait to see it put away. Oh, that's a picture of Smoke Steve we found on the internet there, Graham.
The problem is, though...
That's Smoke Steve.
The problem is, and is one of the issues with the culture war, is that won't get reported on by large groups of people. And the problem is that all the journalists are on Slack. So if no one brings it up on Slack, and if it doesn't agree with the narrative and what they're pushing on...
Got it.
Go on.
Arrested for assaulting the Rebel News reporter.
I saw that.
The real king.
Yeah.
So actually been done for it. Fantastic. Arrested momentarily, and Crown prosecutors are moving forward with a strong case. Criminally convict the violent predator. This is Yaniv's third criminal charge, and it is my expectation he is indicted and sent to a men's prison. That's from the guy he abused, so there we go. That's from Keen Bexty. Bexty? I don't know. What a great way to end the show, though.
I was trying to find a Yaniv picture, but that's too late. It's too
Happy
late.
days. Oh, that's fantastic. Why is he in there talking about fucking Gaza? What the fuck? I don't give a fuck about that. I want to know about Jessica Yaniv. So there we go. Arrested. Oh, bless. What a shame. What a terrible, terrible shame. If you are watching this and you're not used to it, that's why we lost our monetization on YouTube, because I referred to Yaniv. I may have misgendered him, and may have called him a fat nonce.
Well, we did have the website up, which had the male name and had him on it, so it was a kind of a weird fucking trap.
And he is a fat nonce.
Yes, it's a very large person that
It's true, isn't
children.
it? Yeah, It's true. It's just a fact. It's just I was just thinking, we were going at it there.
Yeah.
That's usually when someone's like, "No, calm down, guys. You don't need to fall out."
Oh no, don't worry,
but
guys.
Remember when we got that message once?
Yeah, no.
You guys shouldn't fall out.
No, we're not falling. It's healthy, man. It's healthy to disagree with people. It really is.
It's not like I take it seriously coming from over there, for fuck's sake.
The thing is, though, if you don't have your ideas challenged, then you don't have ideas worth having.
It's not like having a ding dong. I mean, I've got to be honest. I'd go full blown communist if Graham was anti-communist. He's not. He's really not. Full blown fucking commitard. Paulina, she's rolling around laughing. Hello. We've gone way over our thing, but hey, we get to leave you on a high note. Jessica Yaniv has been arrested for leaping from her Motability chariot to beat a man around the head with a stick. So that's the fucking end of that prick. Hopefully he gets sent down for a bit. That'd be lovely, wouldn't it? We'll keep you abreast of that, obviously. So go listen to the American Rebellion Show on Allfeed Radio, allfeed.org or triggerwarning.tv. Saturday night, do check out the Pub We Smoke Steve. We may pop in if I can. I'll usually drop in for a bit.
Mate, it's my girl's birthday weekend, so we'll see how we are.
You got things I might.
I don't want to be rough on the Sunday. That's the only problem.
No, you can't be. You can't be. But I might drop by, so do that. It'll all be on the social media. Check out. We'll be back on Tuesday, and then we'll be back again next Thursday, and then we're back again on the Tuesday, and then the Thursday, and it goes on and on and on. Thank you so much for spending your time with us this evening. It's been your pleasure. I couldn't pull it. I nearly had it.
Stop calling me comrade, by the way, guys. No.
Пожалуйста. Спасибо. Пожалуйста. Good night.